have you ever noticed that no matter what, when there's a floor tip, it always includes some gas bottles or tyres or whatever. But the one thing that there always is gas bottles. And why is that? Because they are a nightmare to get rid of. Some lads have been getting them and exporting them abroad and whatever, you know, that sort of stuff. And a lot of these people are now being locked up. So I presume what's happened is Calor Gas or UK Gas, I have got the name of that company, but UK Gas Supplies or something it's called, who own all of the gas bottle companies in the UK. So if you buy a gas cylinder, they're nearly all owned by the same people. Have got the police now to sort of like, they're using the police, I think, as a little bit of a weapon. So if you find a load of gas bottles in the yard, 20 or 30, they're making it a criminal charge and recouping money. So enjoy this video. And if you're in the skip industry and you've got, you know, unwanted gas bottles in a cabinet outside or whatever, you're probably breaking the law. So enjoy the video. This week in the waste industry, a man has been locked up and charged with £75,000 worth of stolen goods. And what are these stolen goods, you might ask yourself? They are Calor Gas bottle. But I have got some real good footage and I know exactly where the gas bottles go, potentially. Maybe not from this man, maybe from somewhere else, but a lot of gas bottles in this country, I know where they're going. I've also got a statement from Calor Gas where they're on about people cutting gas bottles up for scrap and all that. What a load of rubbish. Let's dive into this video and I'll show you the newspaper clipping first. So as you can see, this is based in Wales and there's been £75,000 worth of gas cylinders found. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of the village. And the police have executed warrants and a 58-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of theft and handling stolen goods. So basically, if you've got a skip company and you live in the UK and for any reason you can't get rid of your gas bottles and they are going to take them, you know, somebody's going to come and take them out your yard, you've got a potential of being involved in a crime. Well, what I'm going to tell you is something really quickly is that phone's going off. Years ago, I tried to give some gas bottles away on Facebook. We had some full gas bottles come in a skip and I tried to give them away. I got an email off Calor Gas saying, it's our property, blah, 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 blah. Well, I don't know how it works with renting a gas bottle, but I do know if you lose one, you have to pay for it. So if some of them potentially could have been paid for, it's a difficult one to prove if something has been paid for, something hasn't, or if you get charged if you damaged one. So it's not easy to actually work out. So, you know, I did ask Calor Gas if they wanted to come pick their bottles up and they never turned up. And I'm going to show you a list on the screen here of how many companies Calor and all those groups of companies who do gas, how many companies they actually own, because it's actually quite scary how many companies Calor Gas have bought out over the years. I don't know if there's some sort of monopoly, but I'll let you have a look. So what you have got to ask yourself, looking at this list, is as somebody who potentially deals in gas bottles, so if you are somebody who does deal in gas bottles, how would you even have an idea that one company, Liquid Gas UK, owns all of these companies? It's a very, very difficult thing. And I think anybody with a skip company or who deals with waste management could end up in trouble, because I've got a statement from Calor that they released that I've got hold of, and they are basically saying that they're losing £5 million a year in gas bottles. So that must be across that whole group. So how anybody would have any kind of chance to know that, you know, who owns what? It's a very difficult situation. So let's hear from the man at Calor Gas, and then I will show you exactly where all the gas bottles have gone.
Metal containers are often used to safely house volatile chemicals such as liquefied petroleum gas. Without specialist training, metal thieves who target and interfere with these containers create huge risks to themselves and to those nearby.
I'm Alistair Todd, the Area Cylinder Manager for Calor Gas Scotland. My responsibilities are to look after all of Calor Cylinders assets and distribution and sales throughout mainland Scotland and the Scottish Islands. The metal theft has an increasing impact on Calor's operation around the UK and in particular in Scotland. We supply a diverse number of households and businesses who rely heavily on our business for portable energy solutions. The effect of theft has increased markedly in the last 5 years. We believe around about £5 million of our cylinders are being stolen, misappropriated, cut up, and indeed even exported to continental Africa each year. We've got major concerns on health and safety grounds for the illegal use of our cylinders. Obviously, they contain liquid gas, and used inappropriately, they can cause hazards to the operators of the cylinders and to the general public surrounding them. Businesses when metal theft is affecting our availability of stocks. The impact to our customers is twofold. It's not only the availability of our cylinders and not being there when they need them, but on top of that, the increase in cost to our organisation of having to replace the cylinders means that we're having to invest more and more heavily in replacements, which of course has an impact on the end user selling price.
Well, I certainly won't want to be that man losing £5 million worth of gas cylinders a year, but an easy way to sort it out, which I will give him an idea if he watches this video, and I'm sure he won't. Why don't you just give people a £5 refund? If you said to us, or a skip company, whatever, right, we'll give you a £5 for every one you take back, or just cover your transport, or once a week we'll come round all the yards and pick them up, they'd definitely go for it. We had a load of pub gas bottles years ago, and from a pub clear out, it was just oxygen. And do you know what I ended up doing with them? There was that hard to get rid of. I ended up using them as conveyor belt rollers on the end. So I got the gas cylinder like that, cut both ends off, and then used it as a roller and put some plates on the end. That's how much of a pain in the ass gas bottles. I mean, certain ones, even the scrap men won't take. The ones that are actually heavy are the ones I don't want. I think this is mainly to do with export, but you know, they might be making barbecues out of them. But let's have a look how they refill a gas bottle in these other countries. I've got a video of how that's done as well. So let's just take a look at that first, and then we will go to where the gas bottles have gone.
So filling is going on. It will disconnect automatically. एक मिनट गुरु 12 kg सेट कैसे सेट किया आपने 12 कैसे सेट किया स्केल कैसे सेट किया ओके
So that's quite simple in it to fill a gas bottle up. That is a 2-minute job. When it's full, pops off, that's it. These gas bottles potentially, I think that one there is actually potentially Calor Gas bottles. But anyway, right. So where are the gas bottles going? Well, I'm going to tell you something. With a 2-minute search on YouTube, I have found some of these stolen or exported bottles, and believe it or not, they are the star of some YouTube videos. So can you imagine that? Calor Gas, or whatever the company is, has had all the gas bottles nicked, and they are now the star of YouTube videos in other countries. So let's have a look at this little walk around this market and see how many of the flow gas and patio gas and all the other ones off that list we can see, because I will tell you now, nearly all of them are stolen from the UK in one way or another.
Hey guys, what's up? So today in the market, I'm going to be showing you guys where to buy your affordable gas. So we're showing you where to buy gas cylinders and gas cookers, anything gas, literally. You know how we do it. If this is the first time of being on my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, click the like button and all of that. So let's go in and get the price of these gas cylinders, because I know most people want to know where to buy Sokumbo gas cylinder.
So this is a YouTube channel. Nearly every single gas bottle in that video is from the UK. All the Energas and Flow Gas, mental.
So guys, this is actually a gas shop where they sell what brand new and Sokumbo gas.
Another this one. This one. Very thick and very strong.
How much is this one?
35.
35 last month.
Yes. Yes. You said this one is 30.
That means
So,
things are becoming very expensive.
Yes, we have Sokumbo. It's like this 7,000.
So, what do you think of that? There is a whole market in another country just around stolen gear from the UK. They're UK companies on that list that I put on. So, how many did you see in that video? There's literally hundreds, you know, probably thousands. And there's people on YouTube doing videos of stolen stuff and saying, please subscribe to our channel. So that just shows how completely normal it is in that country. You know, and it's not their fault, by the way, because there's obviously English people who are doing the exporting and stuff like that. And if you think about it, Calor as a company, when they, for instance, if you or me had a skip pinched or a car pinched and you saw somebody with it, you're like, yeah, I want that back or whatever. I think what Calor's done is they've realised that they've made such a big problem for themselves by not collecting these gas bottles, hence why they're all floor-tipped. Councils will spend thousands of pounds picking gas bottles up on a daily basis that people have had in the garden, can't get rid of them. So what it's done is it's made, an opening for people to export them. They probably don't even realise they're committing a crime. They're actually getting rid of something that people don't want. It's like saying, well, this is a can of Pepsi. So Pepsi have got some sort of tie to the bottle. They might not even know that they're committing a crime. But, I'm here, like I always say to everybody, to talk about the waste news, and the police now are going in, and if they're finding a lot of gas bottles, they are adding each individual one. So this one's worth 100 quid brand new, this one's 100 quid brand new, this one's 100 quid. And before you know it, you're getting people where they're talking these hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of theft. And what does that equal? It equals a prison sentence and a confiscation order, and they will want the 100 grand back off you or whatever that is. They'll take the gas bottles and they'll say you've made crime from it, and if they could prove you've sent a load of stuff abroad or out like that, you would be in some serious hot water. And if now else, would you want to be in jail and people go in the jail, walk around the jail? What are you in jail for, mate? Oh, sold a gas bottle. Come on. So be sensible. And I think if you, as a company, to protect yourself, was to just send an email to Calor Gas or whatever, say there's some bottles here, come pick them up, and they don't come, that's their choice. And then at least you have got a trail to say, I've tried. So, Mr. Calor Gas, whoever you are, who's losing you 5 million quid a year, if you want to find your gas bottles, go on YouTube, and you will find them in minutes. I bet there's about 50 grand's worth just in one of them markets. Anyway, boys, girls, if you're in the industry and you're messing with gas bottles and stuff like that, just make sure you get yourself an email, and then whoever texts them, you don't end up tied up in a bloody, some sort of criminal investigation, because it looks like Calor Gas and these big nationals now are pushing the police to catch people messing with gas bottles, because you actually need a license to carry them as well, and you need a license to store them and stuff like that if you do it on a big scale. One gas bottle's exempt, but if you're carrying a load on a truck, you need an ADR license, and Waste Carriers doesn't carry that. So there's a lot of places that can get you. So go careful, and I will see you all soon. Have a good weekend. Bye.